Dr. Nathan Walker, Christie Clinic Internal Medicine. Maintaining a good body temperature while running is really important. Our body uses fuel to make us run, to burn, but 70% of that energy is transferred into heat. Only 30% is actually transferred into the motion of running. How do we get rid of that extra heat? In fact, the faster we run, the more calories we burn, the more heat is generated. Heat stimulates blood flow to increase to the skin and stimulates the sweating mechanism. When we sweat, as the sweat evaporates, it cools the body and cools our inner core temperature as well. A couple of things make this work really well. One is it requires a lot of energy for sweat to evaporate, which means that it cools our body temperature very quickly. Think about what it's like to have some cool water on your face while a fan is blowing on you. A hot day also increases the effectiveness of sweating. The hotter the air temperature is, the easier it is for that water, the sweat, to evaporate. On the other hand, if it's a high humidity day, the air is already saturated in water vapor and doesn't want to receive any more water vapor in the form of evaporated sweat. That's why on a hot, muggy day, we'll oftentimes find ourselves coated in sweat because it's not able to evaporate. You have to be careful on a late April run. Most of our training for a marathon or a half marathon occurs on shorter runs in colder temperatures. It's easy to control our temperatures in those situations by just layering clothes. However, who knows what the temperature is going to be like on a late April run? There have been times where we've had temperatures up into the 70s, which can be a little bit dangerous, especially if it's at a distance that you're not used to running. My recommendation is that if it's a lot warmer than your training runs have been, I suggest taking it easy for the first 1/4 to 1/2 of the race. See how you feel. Your time will be a lot better if you slow down at the beginning of the race instead of waiting till your body overheats and then deciding to slow down later. Overheating is actually the rate limiting step of how fast we can run as human beings. We can become more efficient at decreasing the heat in our body by sweating if we spend prolonged periods of time in hot weather. In fact, a lot of elite athletes train in hot weather and high humidity weather so their bodies become more efficient at releasing energy through sweat. Another important aspect is hydration. During our training runs, hydration is really not much of an issue. In fact, if you're running 10 miles or less, you really don't need to worry about it too much. However, if you're running a half marathon distance, it's important to have a little bit of hydration as well as salt. It's been proven time and time again that salt drinks, such as sports drinks, are better and more effective at decreasing dehydration during a run than just regular water. If you're running a marathon, you need to have a regular intake of water or a sports drink. Our stomach can only process about 20 ounces of fluid every hour. That means we have to take a little bit by little bit instead of waiting till we're too late in the race. However, the best evidence right now suggests that we wait until we're thirsty. Let your thirst guide you. Our body knows best. In a cold weather situation, it's actually a lot easier to prepare for. Just wear warmer clothes. Cover extremities in particular with gloves or a hat. My recommendation is that if it's a start of a race that's very cold, then wear some old sweats that you can throw off and discard along the way. They're donated to Goodwill or Salvation Army. I'm a runner myself, and I'll see you there on that day. Good luck.